Deep in the heart of Texas, in San Marcos, welcome to Bobcats Stadium. It's the Utah State Aggies and the Texas State Bobcats. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Catching up with the Utah State head coach before the game, he understands coming off that emotional upset win against the #1 team in the country last week could add a lot of fuel to their fire, but he does not want them focused on that. If they're focused on what they did last week, they won't be locked in and do their job this week. Worry about yourself is the advice that this team got from their head coach this week. Guys?
Holly, thank you. The Bobcats offense will have the football first. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Fresh setter down's going to the air. Back's got it on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They just keep firing. They're all over him. The throw. Had to force that one.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Making the adjustment on the play. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Bobcats decide to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at 23. So the Utah State Aggies offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Got to watch today this tight end, Nate Roberts. And this guy's developed quite nicely as a security blanket for his quarterback. Running behind that left side. Makes a man miss. Let's take just a second and talk about Utah State. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program was because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs are out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Knowles. Right side, it's Gore. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's White. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. He'll take it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Out wide right, it's Sharp. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
All over him immediately. It's 3rd and 5. The corners are walked up tight. From the gun on 3rd down. Look out! Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. And this one is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. 2nd down coming up. Keep it on the ground. Got room at the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Hits inside, it's Edwards. Breaks into the open. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Changing the routes with his receivers. Wide receiver comes in motion. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. At the 35, he's loose. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Edwards. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. From the gun, it's White. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Gore. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the quarter. Texas State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Bush is ahead. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Texas State takes the field hoping to get this drive started. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Short pass. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The run inside. It's Edwards. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Stepping to the right. He'll try to do it himself. He slides and gets the 1st down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Out wide left, it's Hall. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
And there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Right side, it's Lewis. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Quarterback changing the play. On play action. And he almost had a pick.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Never a doubt. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Straight ahead, it's White. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Well, they're trying to run the football. They're just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Knowles. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got... Their job communicating and giving their QB time.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Edwards. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Handoff again. Got a little space. Finding some room. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Now on second down. Looking downfield, it's Knowles. Throwing right. Pulls it in, it's Gore. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
And the Aggies can really attack on this second and short. Sees an alley. Oh, he's got some space. Still on his feet. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
It's a nice decision by the quarterback there in the RPO. He's reading the keys on defense. They say hand the ball off. You want to do that. When you've got a guy this special in the backfield, David, get him as many touches as possible.
And a lot of times on those RPOs, the defense just have to hesitate for a second, and that little pause will open up those creases, and he takes full advantage of the defense just freezing for a second, makes the big, long touchdown run.
And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 39-yard run to the house.
Number 96, set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Fresh set of downs going up top. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Selling the fake. Rolls right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. They'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29, making the adjustment. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He's got it, and he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Bobcats in the hurry up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Long way to go on second down. Quick give. It's Edwards. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Come to the line at the 42, facing a third and short. Setting up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. And the Bobcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
Man, sometimes these receivers / running backs just make you look good. Third down, everything covered. Nice defensive coverage, drop back, taking away option 1, taking away option 2. But how about the running back slipping out of the backfield, catching the football behind the line of scrimmage, but giving great effort, making the big play for this offense to move the sticks.
Oh, pressure's coming. Throwing on the run. Couldn't set his feet.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Going to try to get it himself. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On the RPO, got it. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. One drive is already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We start with a look in on Purdue, taking on the number 7 team, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's the Boilermakers, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program.
The Bobcats will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Dropping back, it's Knowles. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Out wide right, it's Roberts. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's White. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Throws for the tight end. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And that's disappointing for this offense. I mean, you talked about it at halftime. Like, we got to come out, start fast. We're trailing. Got to put some drives together, some possessions, and they come out on the first drive and kind of flounder around. This defense is going to have to step up.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. Hits inside, it's Edwards. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Tight end now in motion. Off play action on first down. Right side, it's Hall. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
And the Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Second and long here. Caught in the backfield. It's Sharp. Good, strong tackle.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Back to throw. It's Knowles. Looking to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Texas State takes the field hoping to get this drive started. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Man, that's one of those when you walk back to the huddle and you're just kicking yourself and you're going to go to the quarterback and be like, bro, I got you next time. My bad. But those tight ends work the middle of the field so magically and convert those big third downs for you, but just a big drop on third down.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. The Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Edwards. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
In the backfield, it's Edwards. Looking for room at the 30. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. RPO complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
trying to squeak through the pile. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. He splits the uprights, and now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The run inside. It's White. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Left side, it's Roberts. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Here we go, ready. Left 14. Switch it. Ready, go.
A run for the quarterback. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these design runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost to you.
They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Knowles. Back's got it on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it and more than enough for a 1st down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Keep.
This Utah State offense has it going.
Ready, go.
Just keeps slinging it. Turns up, it's White. Pushes ahead for 1, it's 2nd and 9.
Man, you gotta love the safety's eyes on that play. He didn't get lost. He didn't get enamored with everything that was going on in front of him, playing pass down the field. He locked eyes on that running back, saw the screen develop, comes upfield, makes the play, makes the sound tackle.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Got him on the RPO. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep...
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run.
Makes the grab plenty for the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. On 1st and goal, let's see what Utah State calls. close.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as his defense is making it tough. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. Keeps it himself. He didn't get there. 4th and goal from the 1, and they are stuffed.
All right, so they fail on that 4th down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of a game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first.
He's loose. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Bobcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Straight ahead, it's Edwards. Turning it on! Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. From the gun, the ground game. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Keeps it moving, it's Edwards. Got enough for the 1st down. There. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas State. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Looking to throw. Oh, it's tipped near the goal line.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
29, Utah State, 10.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Looking for a man. It's Knowles. Makes a catch. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. The Aggies want to move quickly. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down.
22. Shift. Go.
Off-play action. Under pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw again. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Caught, it's Gore.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the Aggies will have it 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Rush is on. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Here comes the Heat. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. On the ground, it's Edwards. Got the 1st down. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that we're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.